One Zambia, one nation. Thank you so much for joining us on the news desk with me, Amos Zulu. And on sign language is Joas Shikombwe. Here now is a look at the top stories. President Hakainde Hichilema to grace Kenneth Kaunda centenary birthday. Mozambique District Commissioner appreciates late Kenneth Kaunda. Government procures sunscreen for people living with albinism. Plus, Dorcas mothers clean Shangombo Hospital. Here now is the news in detail. President Hakainde Hichilema has arrived in Tanzania to attend the 60th unification of Tanganyika and Zanzibar, culminating into the United Republic of Tanzania. President Hichilema arrived at the Julius Nyerere International Airport in Dar es Salaam at exactly 17:20 hours local time. He was welcomed at the airport by the country's Minister of Minerals, Anthony Mavunde. Here's a report.
President Hakainde Hichilema has arrived in Tanzania to attend the 60th unification of Tanganyika and Zanzibar, culminating into the United Republic of Tanzania in 1964. President Hichilema arrived at the Julius Nyerere International Airport in Dar es Salaam at exactly 17:20 hours local time. He was welcomed at the airport by the country's Minister of Minerals, Anthony Mavunde. Others include Zambia's acting Foreign Affairs Minister, Mlambo Haimbe, Zambia's High Commissioner to Tanzania, Matthews Jerry, among others. While in Tanzania, President Hichilema will hold bilateral talks with President Samia Hassan, addressing pertinent matters of mutual interest. On Friday, the president will join about 10 other heads of states at the Uhuru Stadium for the event. Other countries at the event include the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Malawi, Uganda, Zambia, Kenya, Burundi, Namibia, Mozambique, and Somalia. Kalan Mochima reporting for Zanis in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania.
And President Hakainde Hichilema is on April 28, 2024, expected in Muchinga Province for a 2-day working visit. Muchinga Province Minister Henry Sikazwe has confirmed that President Hichilema is expected to officiate at the centenary birthday commemorations of the late first President Kenneth Kaunda at Lubwa Mission. Details by Pamela Inambao.
President Hakainde Hichilema is on Sunday, April 28th, expected in Muchinga Province for a 2-day working visit. Muchinga Province Minister Henry Sikazwe has confirmed the president's visit to the Zambia News and Information Services Zanis in Chinsali today. Mr. Sikazwe said while in Muchinga Province, the president is expected to grace Dr. Kenneth Kaunda's Day, which will be held in Lubwa Mission in Chinsali District.
I can confirm that the president will be in the province on Sunday, 28th April 2024 for 2 days, and Monday 29th April. Actually, is coming to celebrate the life of our former president, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda. I'm sure all of us will know that the president is supposed to have 100 years this year.
And the provincial minister added that President Hichilema, during his visit in the province, will also check on various projects and meet with various stakeholders in Chinsali and Nakonde districts.
On Monday morning, the president will visit Kapasa Makasa University just to interact with our students there. Then thereafter, the president will visit Nakonde district. The president will pay a score on our chiefs, and from there the president will inspect some of our projects and meet the private sectors.
Pamela Inambao reporting for Zanis in Chinsali District, Muchinga Province.
Now, Acting President Mutalena Lumango has called on the International Monetary Fund, IMF, to assist Zambia in dealing with the impacts of drought that has severely affected livelihoods. Speaking when IMF Mission Chief for Zambia, Mercedes Martin, called on her in Lusaka, Mrs. Nalumango has stated that Zambia needs about $900 million worth of support to help mitigate the crisis. She has revealed that there is about 28.3 million kwacha available from the national budget, which will not be able to sustain the impacts. Mrs. Nalumango is hopeful with the IMF mission team in Zambia to assess the impacts of the drought, and that will result into the needed humanitarian response. And IMF mission chief for Zambia, Mercedes Martin, was saddened by the drought disaster report in Zambia. Ms. Martin has since commended government for its response strategy of involving various stakeholders, saying that addressing the disaster effects requires strong collaboration.
Climate change is an issue that we have to talk about. How is the globe helping countries like where you are, mine, whose capacity is very weak when challenged by this turbulent weather pattern? Basically, we need 12.6 billion kwacha, not dollar, billion kwacha, for us to have food, in the country. And in this, we want this in our budget, or what is available is only 28.3 million. We need 12.6 billion kwacha. We need for water 3 billion kwacha, water management, and maybe it goes into development. We need water now, because even when the plan of this government is to do irrigation, to try and improve on the food, how do you do that without water? How do we do that without water? Because we don't have water. Even water in our water bodies is far much lower than we normally have. That affects electricity. We are hydropower dependent. All that are things that are not fully budgeted for. And therefore, the programs that we have had between IMF and Zambia is not easy to maintain, we have to admit. But I do appreciate that this is why you are here, to also see what is it that is happening. So we need this. We need to go into irrigation and help agriculture, where we need 2.5 billion kwacha. We also need in health, we need another 2.5 billion kwacha in health, because you do understand with the situation, health matters get exacerbated. 6, in the food, you'll see that we only have 28 million. When you need billions, then you have millions. So our budget is nothing to talk about. As a country, we need, in terms of dollar, I can put roughly 900 for us, 900 million. Somewhere it's nothing, but to Zambia it's more economy. It is huge.
We definitely are saddened by the drought, and we have been looking at several statistics, and this is the University of Santa Cruz in California has records of rainfall for 40 years. This is a year of the lowest rainfall in South Africa, in the South African region. So definitely this is, you are prone to drought, and then we are working together with other partners and with the bilateral and multilateral community to see whether additional financing can be mobilized to support Zambia.
Copperbelt Province Minister Elisha Matambo has assured Zambians that the mining resumption of the mining activities on the Copperbelt Province will boost the employment creation and help to improve the dwindling lifestyle among the people. Mr. Matambo said this when he featured on Radio Chimwemwe in Ndola, where he explained various developments that are taking place in the province.
The resumption of operations at Mopani Copper Mine and the dewatering of the Shaft 28 in Russia Town has brought renewed hope to better the life of people on the Copper Belt through accessing job opportunities once operations are at full capacity. Copper Belt Minister Elisha Matambo, who was on Radio Chimwemwe in Ndola to explain a number of developmental activities in the mining sector, energy, and water, sees a better future for the Copper Belt people.
Mwali monabali amukuchita commission ukwamba kutadi water kufunya menshi mulira mine. And yama pumps bapangile for the first time in the history of earth. Opo ichalo cha pangilwa. They are specifically for that mine. Meaning that we will also create hundreds of jobs in Luansha. What am I saying? Luansha, Kitwe, Chingola, Chilawombwe, Mufrira, including Ndola, because there will be spillover effects, will never be the same again in terms of the economy. And this is what the name Copper Belt means. Kubushama mine ayalele inch to create.
The road infrastructure is one area meant to boost trade in the country.
Road. Let me talk about other roads. This president has managed to also get a contractor on site, not to Kulalandafe, to do Ndola Lusaka dual carriageway at half the price. Ba PF uyumusebo Ndola Lusaka ba lefo ukubomfia $1.2 billion. This president, because is prudent, he has is reduced that cost to 600 million plus. Omusebo na bamba kale ba contractor bali pa site kuno kundola kumyanji Copperbelt. We've already done 2.5 kilometers from Jakalandamo ukuyafika patano yako ya kuchilanga cement.
The minister highlights the launch of the water projects that President Hakainde witnessed when he was in Kitwe.
In this government, the government of Republic of Zambia under President Hakainde Hichilema bali funyempia wapera wankana water. Ama donors bali funyempia so tule bombera pamo to fix the problem ya menshi mukitwe. Short term intervention bachitilewa president, he donated 40 boreholes. Apa tulelo la bankano kuchinje mpipe kupange water plant ndela ndapo. He has donated 30 boreholes. 3 of these boreholes yali pa Copperbelt University. I'm sure you saw that he went there to do the groundbreaking of one of the boreholes. 2 boreholes yali ya kumukuba university. It's not only about Kitwe water problem where he wants to sort out the problem. He wants to sort out the problem I mentioned in all the districts.
The Kafrafuta Water Project and the Kafu Water and Sanitation in Masaiti is another project earmarked to be commissioned soon to sort out the water problems in Mpongwe, Masaiti, Ransha, and Ndola. Tovini Ngombe, Zanis, Ndola.
Tovini Ngombe with that report. And in other news, Mozambique's Zomba District Commissioner Lucas Antanasio says his country appreciates the mediation role the late first president of Zambia, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, played in the liberation of his country. The Zomba District Commissioner was in Luangwa District to appreciate Zambia's national parks and wildlife officers who attended a virtual meeting held last year in April, which saw the signing of the Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and Zambian Zimoza Memorandum of Understanding. Here's a report.
Mozambique is one of the countries that the first Republican president, the late Dr. Kenneth David Kaunda, helped in the liberation struggle of its independence. Speaking during his interpreter, Mozambique's Zomba District Commissioner Lucas Atanasio said Zambia's first Republican president played a mediation role in the liberation of his country. Mr. Atanasio cited the September 7, 1974 meeting held in Lusaka, Zambia, as one of President Kaunda's independence liberation mediation meetings.
Nessa altura, o presidente Kenneth Kaunda, da Zâmbia, desempenhou papel extremamente importante, que foi ele que conseguiu reunir Portugal e a Frelimo em Moçambique para que esse acordo desse ter lugar em Lusaka.
It was through Malemu Kenneth Kaunda, who was a big mediator of this conversation and accord. He was the one who called upon the government of Portugal, which colonized Mozambique, the Frelimo party, which was in front of war to liberate Mozambique.
And Mr. Atanasio emphasized on the need to conserve and harmonize the rules that govern the water frontier resources among the border towns of Zumbo, Luangwa, and Mbiri in 3 border countries.
Esta região de Zumbo, Luangwa e Mbiri é uma região rica em recursos naturais.
It has been discovered that Zumbo, Luangwa, and Mbiri in Zimbabwe, this area, they have discovered that there are many natural resources. Then the people who are living around that area, they work too much. They are hard in working.
Zomba District Commissioner Luke Chikan took advantage of the platform to highlight challenges faced by the Zambian fishermen and fish traders when buying fish from Mozambique.
Issue of COVID-19 certificate. Our people, when they cross over to our neighboring country, Mozambique, they are asked to produce one or they have to pay something.
Earlier, Mr. Chikan received a gift on behalf of the officers from the national parks and wildlife, which comprised of a cup, fish, and refined fruit, commonly known as mavuyu, presented by the Mozambican District Commissioner. Lista Ndumba, Luangwa District.
The first Zambian High Commissioner to Ghana, Matia Ngalande, has challenged African leaders to champion economic freedom. Ambassador Ngalande said this in Lusaka when Ghanaian High Commissioner to Zambia, Khadija Idris, paid a courtesy call on her. And Ms. Idris has emphasized the need for Zambia and Ghana to learn from the relationship that the late Zambian President Kenneth Kaunda shared with his late counterpart, Kwame Nkrumah.
Struggle you now who are leaders. One day, Africans themselves will free themselves from economic trouble. We must not cheat, we are in trouble. Economically, we are in trouble. But you younger people, younger leaders, free your countries.
You have asked us to fight for economic freedom. It's not a small call, because when you people were fighting for political freedom, it didn't come on a silver platter. So we should also expect that we can just relax and think we can bring our people out of poverty. And it's only through economic freedom that we can bring our people out of poverty, because we are not made poor. You have just said it. We have the gold, the oil, the copper, and what have you, lithium, diamond, name it. So we can't say we are poor, but it's a fight that we have to embark on. People like you, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, who gave us a platform. And it's so shameful if we are unable to to build on it during your lifetime, for you to see that Ghana and Zambia have actually taken our relationship to the next level that you people decided for us. Then we should be united. Because Nkrumah and Kenneth Kaunda, both of blessed memory, they have said it. If we don't unite, we wouldn't go anywhere.
Also in the news, late first Republican President Dr. Kenneth Kaunda is remembered by the people of Kawambwa for, among other things, putting up the Kawambwa Tea Estate in the district. The tea estate has over the years benefited the people through employment and other benefits. Luapula Province Minister Njavwa Simutowwe notes the importance of supporting investments in the estate and to help in addressing the challenge first. More in this report.
It was Dr. Kenneth Kaunda's dream to put up a tea plantation in Zomba District in Luapula Province. This dream has not been left to die, as government has continued to ensure that Kamba Tea Estate is running. Moses Rande is the general manager at the plantation and shares how they have kept the dream of our founding father.
For us, we are very fortunate in the sense that our forefathers, particularly Kenneth Kaunda, had a dream which he translated into a vision. So now we are running with that vision in that we are looking at enhancing our value addition as well as bringing tea to your doorstep. Tea is a cash crop that could fundamentally change the economic dynamics of this country. As you may be aware, tea takes about 4 to 5 years to mature, but once it matures, you're able to harvest from it for over 80 years.
Luapula Province Minister Njavwa Simutowwe has pledged government continued support in ensuring that the tea estate achieves its mission.
UPND government, through His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zambia, he has come as the President of this Republic to make sure that investment like this should be, in all means, should be supported. And as a government, as I've seen what is happening here, I think we will take all challenges that this company is passing through to the government so that we can see how we can also continue developing this area.
Meanwhile, Luapula Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Prudence Chinama wants the company to improve its outgrower scheme.
Kawambwa has a district. Its geographical location supports the growing of tea. So we encourage the tea company to go an extra mile in encouraging our people to go into tea farming so that the factory can be supported. Because what we have seen is that there is not enough leaves to support the factory so that we can begin to contribute to the economy of the country, even to export to other countries.
Choma, reporting for the News in Kamba District.
Muchinga Province Minister Henry Sikazwe has assured residents of Chinsali of government's plans to rehabilitate Township Roads in the district. The minister was responding to concerns raised by the residents about the poor state of the roads in the Central Business District.
This is the current state of Township Roads in the Chinsali Central Business District as well as the Old Market area. Residents here are now concerned with the poor state of the roads, which have never been rehabilitated since independence in the Muchinga provincial capital. The residents are now calling upon government to address the issue, citing slow development due to the poor state of the roads.
If we are paying tax, the roads should be worked on. CDF. We have heard a lot of stories about CDF, and we are believing that because there is this CDF, these roads should be worked on. Look at the road from Turnoff. Okay? It has been patched. But as you go again through the same road, those patches are coming out.
However, Muchinga Province Minister Henry Sikazwe acknowledged the situation, stating that government is making plans to rehabilitate the township roads.
After achieving the debt restructuring, I think as government we are going to sit down now and replan to see how best we can improve in terms of township roads. it is everywhere. So we'll sit down with the Minister of Infrastructure and see how soon we can commence.
The rehabilitation of these roads will help in the smooth movement of goods and services and further reduce on-road traffic accidents. Henry Lumpa Jr., Zanis in Chinsali, Muchinga Province.
We take a break.
The Issue is a program that looks at topical issues happening in the country. Watch The Issue every Friday at 19:30 hours, only on Zanis TV, Channel 6 DTT and Channel 458 DTH on Topstar. Don't miss.
Zambia Today is a program that keeps you informed on various government policies and programs. Join us every Tuesday at 18 hours on Zanis TV, Topstar Platform, Channel 6 DTT and 458 DTH. Don't miss. How I Made It is a program that delves into the many success stories of different people from all walks of life. Watch How I Made It on Zanis TV every Thursday at 18:30 hours on the Topstar channel, Channel 6 DTT and Channel 458 DTH.
Acting Chitambo District Commissioner Paul Masua has assured the family of a worker, Henry Mwenda, who was crushed by a machine at a mineral processing plant in Serenje, that government will ensure that all his benefits are paid. The acting district commissioner said this when he visited the funeral house in Chimbwe area.
What started out as a normal day at work ended tragically for 51-year-old Henry Mwenda, who lost his life while working on this conveyor machine. The deceased is suspected to have been pulled by the conveyor belt by the right arm, as raw material supervisor Evaristo Walia explains.
Even Paris are not affected. We have lost as a company. So, our Bantoba, what do you yeah, we had full confidence in him. Even the bosses and the company also had full confidence in him. So, if I have one idea,
we have our sincere condolences for the family, and we will offer all the support to the family also. We are ready to offer even a job for the family members, let it be his wife or kids or anyone who they propose. We will offer a job for the family also. It's an unfortunate incident which happened, which should not have happened actually, but it happened. But we and our staff, we all have the deepest condolences for the family, and we support the family fully till the funeral is over. And
our coming here is to represent the government, to mourn together. As we mourn our brother, it's better we look upon God to give us strength, because He's a creator and He's the one who gives and He's the one who takes. And He will take all responsibility regarding the burial and the food. We'll do all possible things to make sure that the benefits of the late are implemented and received.
The late Mwenda is survived by a wife and 7 children. Sandra Mangamling reporting for Zanis in Chitambo District, Central Province.
Over 24,000 people tested positive for malaria out of 69,600 people in Chadiza District of Eastern Province in the year 2023. District Health Director Harrison Simbeye says the district has recorded an increase in malaria incidences. Here is a report.
Malaria has affected over 24,300 people in Zambia District of Eastern Province in the last 1 year. This has raised concern among stakeholders who describe the malaria incidence as urgent.
As of 2024 this year, the malaria incidence has increased. As of last year, we were at 763 per 1,000, and now we're at 964 per 1,000. This increase in numbers is quite alarming, and as a result, we've put in some measures that include indoor residue spraying and also distribution of long-lasting insecticide nets that we've been distributing to various households. These are some of the measures that we have put in place.
The public is equally concerned.
Malaria matiputisa kulingana kuti mosquito net pe bimwina ngano stiyambata pezeka kabotiruma ni problem iji. Malaria mebimwina ngano akupeza nayo funika kumwa kwa temu pamisobo kupasira mu kliniki ngano suku mwanishi malaria saza kuchoka.
Wa matendo ya kivutisha bunga makuti tulu ala kawili kawili. Tutaila limo mpata. Honya kuti funga itithandizire ngoma. Kuti funga ititire chipatala mange muchiwele atetu kuti tithandizika tisegulire.
The district commissioner has an assurance.
Under the leadership of His Excellency the President of the Republic, Mr. Hakainde, government is committed to providing quality health care services and implementing evidence-based malaria interventions.
Jubel Zulu, Zanis, Zambia District, Eastern Province.
Still in health news, the Zambia Albinism Multipurpose Organization, ZAMO, in Mpulungu District of Northern Province, has praised government for the procurement and distribution of sunscreen to health facilities through the Zambia Medicine and Medical Supplies Agency, ZAMSA. ZAMO Director Gift Sakala says a lot of people living with albinism have suffered serious consequences such as cancer and other illnesses due to lack of the product in health centers. Here's a report.
According to the 2020 national census, Zambia has 25,000 people living with albinism. But one serious complication these people face is access to sunscreen to prevent sunburn. However, this agony is now the thing of the past as ZAMSA has procured and distributed quality sunburn to health facilities.
I want to thank the wonderful government for making sure that there is sunscreen. I would recall back then in 2021, we had these issues. We used to have issues with sunscreen, but at the moment, I would gladly say the sunscreen is very much available.
Here at Mpulungu Urban Clinic, sunscreen is in abundance, waiting for clients.
But the sunscreen SPF 30 and the sunscreen SPF 50 and the sunscreen SPF 45. And people have been applying it once and they are able to go out for work and then they come back in the evening, take a shower, they'll still have no sunburns.
Ms. Sakala laments that a lot of people with albinism have developed serious health concerns due to lack of sunscreen.
But otherwise, there are a number of people with albinism who are still out there suffering from skin cancer.
She encourages people living with albinism to visit health facilities and collect the cream.
Coming in with healthy professionals who always help people to get this sunscreen and also helps other people so that they can come through to the facilities where they can access sunscreen.
According to health experts, albinism occurs when one of several genetic defects makes the body unable to produce melanin. These defects may be passed down through families. Pethias Mutale for Zanis News in Mpulungu, Northern Province.
The Media Institute of Southern Africa, MISA, has launched the Freedom of Expression Report in Zambia, which will help to promote freedom of expression among the media and citizens. The launch was graced by Ministry of Information and Media Permanent Secretary Thabo Kabwana, who stated that freedom of expression is one of the rights that government wants to prioritize.
Freedom of expression is an important human right which is essential for supporting media diverse voices and strengthening democratic foundations. It is for this reason that Mrs. Zambia has today launched the Freedom of Expression report, which was officiated by Ministry of Information and Media Permanent Secretary Tawo Kawana, who commended MISA for the unwavering commitment to defending media freedoms and freedom of expression.
I commend MISA Zambia for its unwavering commitment to defending media freedoms and freedoms of expression. The government appreciates your efforts and will utilize reports like the one being launched today to enhance freedom of expression. I encourage MISA Zambia and its cooperating partners to persist in their commendable work, remaining steadfast in defending media freedoms and freedom of expression.
Zambia Chairperson Lorraine Mwanza has expressed gratitude to USAID and Internews Network in Zambia for their unwavering support in safeguarding the democratic principles of freedom of speech and assembly.
I extend my heartfelt gratitude to USAID, FHI 360 and Internews Network Zambia for their unwavering support in the safeguarding the democratic principles of freedom of speech and assembly. I also wish to thank the consultant who wrote the report and all staff that were involved in its production and this event.
Internews Chief of Party Telda Marili indicated one of the USAID's goal to foster freedom of expression online and offline in Zambia, ensuring a safe digital environment for all users.
Promotes freedom of expression online and offline in Zambia amongst its three objectives. This project is fully funded by USAID, its objectives being to ensure that we have a strengthened media in Zambia, firstly. Secondly, to ensure that we have a digital space that is enabling, that is safe for all digital users. And thirdly, through law and policy, to create an enabling environment for media, for civil society, for human rights defenders, and for journalists, media, and all who seek to express their freedoms of expression.
Gift Mwanza, reporting for Zanis in Lusaka.
And lastly, in our news, Seventh-day Adventist Dorcas mothers in Shangombo District are adhering to cholera guidelines by the Ministry of Health and the Keep Zambia Clean campaign. The mothers are serving the community through cleaning of the environment, and today they take up Shangombo District Hospital. Take a look.
The Ministry of Health and other stakeholders have intensively sensitized the nation on the dangers of cholera. It is for this reason that a group of Shangombo District Seventh-day Adventist Dorcas mothers have joined the bandwagon in the eradication of this deadly disease.
We don't just do the cleaning, we also extend our help to the needy. We also give, we look after the orphans, the widows, and all those who are in need of anything. So for 2024, our plan as Dorcas for Shangombo District, we first started by cleaning the district hospital. From there, we also bring in other services to the hospital.
Meanwhile, Vanales Piri has this to say.
Kona ambona kuli lwasusuweza batukafera kuli mama communities yaluna kaufera lusana akuba ni makete akubona kuli faa kulani butuku wo butilewe wakolera chwale luna wadoka susweza batu kuli butuku wakolera mu Shangombo usike wata kwanu kwa Shangombo lwata kuli luiserereze before tuku wa uskata akali kwanu kwa Shangombo.
Simbika Kungo, a nurse at Shangombo District Hospital, says the gesture by the mothers has come at the right time.
So we are happy they have come at the right time. This is the time when we are experiencing a higher prevalence of cholera throughout the country. Though as Shangombo we haven't recorded any case, but just in readiness of any case or in terms of prevention. We also encourage the community to prepare themselves in terms of hygiene.
Cleaning of the hospital is just a preventative method, as Shangombo has not recorded any cholera cases. As the saying goes, a clean environment is equals to a healthy people. Judith Mwinga, reporting Shangombo District.
Here now is a reminder of the top stories. President Hakainde Hichilema to grace Kenneth Kaunda centenary birthday. Mozambique District Commissioner appreciates late Kenneth Kaunda. Government procures sunscreen for people living with albinism. Plus, Dorcas mothers clean Shangombo Hospital. We end the news on that note. On sign language was Joas Shikombwe. My name is Amos Zulu. Enjoy the rest of the programming. Bye for now.